Welcome to your reading. So, let's find out what God wants you to know right now. So, the awakening card, coming to the realization of something or someone. Eye-opening experiences. was speaking in tongues, I was hearing something about prostitution, something about becoming attached. So let's see. At the bottom of the deck, we got entrepreneur. So it's all about business. So before we even continue, I'd like to state that prostitution, if done right, is not a bad thing. But I realize that a lot of ladies and men nowadays, they turn to prostitution as an easy way. It's a simple and easy way to make money. But it's not a very dignified way. So when you're in the business of prostitution, you're viewed in a degrading way, which doesn't feel good to the soul. And for some people, it may be easy to block people's negative comments about you. For some people, it's not so easy to block it out. It will torment you. For some people as well, it may not affect you right now because maybe you don't have any children. You don't have anybody to give a fuck about when it comes to their feelings. So you're doing what's best for you. But before you choose to get attached to that way of life, think about your future. Think about being able to have a good man in your life who will respect you. Think about you not having to be ashamed of your past when it comes to your relationship with this man, because it might affect your relationship with a good man. A good man usually doesn't respect a prostitute. It takes a special kind of man to know that his woman was once a woman of the streets, and still he chose to respect her as though she never was. There's not many men out there like that. And if you know that you prefer to hide the fact that you're living that way, then that's not the path for you. You have other gifts. If you haven't discovered them already, discover them, so that you can keep your head held high, not just for you, but for your future children, your future husband. Maybe the type of career that you'll get into, if found out, it may affect your career negatively. Okay? And it's a very risky business, so know that not everybody who enters that realm leave it unharmed or untainted physically. Okay? There's a possibility of you contracting illnesses. There's also the possibility of you getting pregnant for someone that you would prefer not to get pregnant for. And then you have responsibilities and all these things. So before you choose to take that step to get into that line of business, God wants you to take the time to consider the repercussions and decide whether or not that business is the right business for you or not. Because everybody needs to make money. So we're going to respect people who get into the line of prostitution, because the man them deserve to get a good flex too. You know, some wives believe that they're too dainty and they're too this and they're too that to actually serve their husbands sexually the way that they need to be served or want to be served. And that's why it's good that there are people out there that they could actually pay to get these services from. But that line of business is not for everybody. So get to know yourself, take a minute to think, and make sure that that line is the right line of business for you. Okay? If you have any doubts that it's the right line of business for you, then you ought to be looking into other entrepreneurial ventures. Okay? It's not just about what you do now or what you're dealing with now. You need to look towards the future as well. If it's something that you feel you want to hide, then it's most likely not the business for you. That's guidance from your higher selves or your protectors telling you don't go down that road, don't even open that kind of worms, because you will have to deal with the repercussions in the future. It will make your way harder. It's not for everybody. Everybody can't be a lawyer. Everybody can't be a chef. Everybody can't be a nurse. Everybody can't be a musician. Everybody can't be a model. Everybody can't be a prostitute. Okay? So don't just choose that line of work because it's easy and quick money. There's more at stake than just you being in financial difficulties. Okay? Take time to consider. It's not for everybody. The risks are much greater than the rewards for some of you. It's not worth it. And it's not that you're better than somebody else for you to not walk that path. It doesn't make you better. Okay? Because just because somebody chooses to get into prostitution as a line of work, it doesn't make them a sinner. It doesn't make them ungodly. It makes them a person who's trying to survive. Okay? So, let us respect people who are in that line of business, but just know, say, whether or not it's the line of business for you. And just think about the kind of example that you want to be to your children. Do you want to see your daughter grow up to choose that way of life rather than to discover and culture themselves to be great at their actual natural talents? If you're a great scientist and you're out there doing prostitution, then the discoveries that you were supposed to make in science will never be discovered because you're busy doing something else. If you're a great teacher and you spend your time in prostitution, the children that you could have made a big positive impact on, they will never be impacted by you because you're not there. If there's any part of you that feel like this is not for you, trust me, it's not for you. There's something else out there that will serve you, your now, and your future much better. God put something else great in you. But it's great to be a master sexologist, you know. If not for business reasons, then for private reasons. You know what I'm saying? But business-wise, it's not for everybody. So, my darlings, we have surrender. It says, release and surrender all control and let nature take its course. So that's what I'm saying. If it's not in your nature, let that shit go and find where you actually should be. Get in where you actually fit in. Don't try to fit in where you think it's gonna be easy. Because the fact that you don't belong in that line of business is gonna make that journey, that experience, a horrible one for you, because God is trying to tell you, get out, get out, get out, get out. So you would be the unfortunate one to contract diseases, have men who become so attached or addicted to you that they torment your life, you know what I'm saying? Have them fall in love with you and claim, say, if I can't have you, nobody else will, and all that type of dumb shit, you know? God will make your way hard if you choose to get into that line of business and it's not for you. Any line of business that you're in, God will torment you if God is trying to get you to leave, because that's just not the path that is right for you. Okay? And it doesn't make you better than those who are on that path. It just means there's a different place for you in this world where you'll fit much nicer, you'll be happy, the people you're dealing with will be happy, and you'll help the world to go more right. Alright, so the underlying issue, we got speaking up. It says your soul is guiding you to stand in your light and speak your truth. And awakening. So coming to the realization, be true about the fact that this isn't the line of business for you. You are no longer letting people dictate or run your life for you. You know, so just because your friend or your brethren is in that line of business and they're thriving in that line of business, it doesn't mean that you're going to have the same fate. Why? Because it's not for you. Awake to the universal flow. It is time for you to slow down, breathe, and take time to smell the roses and find your soul group. You see what I'm saying? So wherever God has decided to actually place you, you will be much happier there. You'll feel more connected and you'll be able to thrive the way that your friends in this business is actually thriving. Okay? And it's better this way too, because if all of you are in the same business, it's like you're kind of limited. You put yourself in a box. But if they're over there doing that, then the people that they come into contact with, those are links. And then you're over here doing a different type of work, so you're going to be linking with a different type of people, which makes your network even bigger. So when you have a need and you talk to your brethren that's in the sex industry, then they might know somebody who can help you with whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, or know somebody who knows somebody. And the same with in your field. Because you're over here, you had the chance to meet this person and that person and that person. And if they have an issue, they could talk to you. You could go to your links and get them some links. You see what I'm saying? So you're actually helping your whole group by taking the right path for you. You see? Soul group. You're getting ready to unite with members of your soul family. Your environment. You see, you have to fill your environment with the right people for you. Now is the time to clear, clean, and declutter your environment. And this is talking about what you choose to do as an entrepreneur. Okay? Generosity. Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what's needed now. So what I'm getting from this card is that when you do find your place, when you do find that line of work that is for you, you're going to want to put your all into it because you're happy. And because you're happy, other people will be infected by your happiness. And it's like a beautiful cycle. The same way that negativity, if you're carrying negative energy, it goes to somebody else, it activates their negative energy. It's the same with the positive side. You're carrying that positive energy, it will activate other people's positive energy, and everybody's gonna be, if not happy, because you're not gonna be happy all the time, but at least supportive. Okay? And there'll be a desire to be your best, put in that extra work. Why? Because you feel more connected to the people and to the line of business that you have taken the time to realize is the best choice for you. Okay? Because right now you could be restlessness. Find a way to calm the waters of your mind. Old soul, you have lived many lifetimes and gained wisdom beyond your years. So this talking about knowing better. You're restless because you know better. The magic touch, you are accessing true magic from deep within. An obsession, it is time to get out of your head and back into your heart. So you see, so you forcing yourself to be in the sex industry is putting you in your head and not into your heart. So it's like when you're attending to your customers, they're not going to get the best service because you're not in the best frame of mind. You don't want to be there doing that. So whereas the man's going to leave wherever he's at to come and think that he's going to get a nice time with you, you give him more stress. If a man is paying for some goodies, he don't want no stress. The man want to feel nice. And he can only feel nice if you're giving off that good vibration as well. Because you want to be there, because you're supposed to be there at that time in your life. But whoever this message is for, you're not meant to be in that field right now. It's not, you don't have the magic touch when it comes to that, because your soul, your heart, is not in it. You're in your head. Do you understand what I'm saying? So by you having to force yourself to do this, to cater to these men in the way that they come and pay you to be catered to, you will not be able to give them the best service because you don't really want to do it. You know, so stop fighting them and stop fighting yourself and find where you belong. Surrender. Release all control and allow nature to take its course. So right now you're going against nature. So we have, you are born to lead others. It's a natural. You are born to lead others. It's a part of your life's path. You're a natural born leader. So it's on you to lead out. Okay? Because why? You're an empath. You may be confusing other people's energy with your own. So there's a need for you to lead yourself right now. And not allow yourself to be led by parting ways. Not allow yourself to be led by other people's success, other people's advice. Okay? This line of business is good for them. You're tormented because it's not good for you. God got other plans for you. So it says parting ways. It may be time to move on from this person or situation. Then we have the void. You may be covering up the emptiness or pain within through an addiction. You see? So you feel empty. You feel empty when you're dealing with your customers because this is not what you want to be doing with yourself. This is not what your soul or your heart is calling out for. And that's the reason why you're only going to create negative energy and negative circumstances. You've upset the flow of things. You have thrown the flow of life off balance by being and doing what you're not supposed to be doing and being where you're not supposed to be with who you're not supposed to be with. Okay? So although it's an easy path, although it's easy money, if you're not going to do it brilliantly, then it don't make no sense that you be there doing it at all. So you need to find that thing, that line of business that's going to be perfect for you, where you be able to feel love emitting from you and coming back to you. So you can give it your all. Then you'll be able to shine bright. Is it? So yeah, visionary. You are learning to synthesize all of your creative ideas into action. So it's like a part of you already know. A part of you already know what you're supposed to be doing. So it's about putting those things in motion. Whether you need to go back to school or do some self-learning, you need to get some kind of documentation to do it. You need to start building your clientele. You need to start maybe even doing it for free, as you learn the business better, whatever business this may be. It's time for you to start to put more energy into that creative idea that you feel you're better suited for. Everybody wasn't born to be an ashawo. Some people are great at it, some people are not. And even if you're great in bed, your fortune in that business will not be great because your energy is not in alignment with that type of activity. Okay? You were made for something else at this time of your life anyway. Who knows, maybe in the future you might make a great ashawo, but for right now, it's not for you, my darling. Okay? So, go find your place in the world and shine brighter. I was gonna say bright like a diamond, but then there's that saying that diamonds don't shine, they actually just reflect light. So I can't even say shine brighter than a diamond. But you get what I'm trying to say. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope that this here reading helped you. I wish you the best on whatever it is that you endeavor to do with yourself. May you find happiness, and may you be a great success at doing it. Bring joy to yourself and to the people, your soul group, the people that you come into contact with. All right? And may you and your friends or your colleagues who are in the sex industry remain great friends. Maintain a level of respect. A level of respect among you. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't make you better than them. It's not your thing, So you do you, let them do them, and everybody get along. You see me? Until next time, my darlings, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.